Hey, Heart Nation. Welcome to Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration Podcast. I am your host, Carla J, and we are back with another great behind the scenes film interviewing project for the Detroit Awards. I am so honored. You're going to be so happy because we have some of your favorite actors on here today and some of the behind the scenes information. So, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe on my YouTube channel at Carla Channel Heart to Heart Inspiration Podcast, or on Facebook at Carla's Channel Heart to Heart, or Instagram. Same thing. So please go ahead and follow, and you'll also be able to see all of our great guests, their social media handles as well, to follow them. So, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started today. And we are talking about the Detroit Film Awards. So, if you are live with us, go ahead and put into the chat where you're calling from so that our guests can see you and we can interact with you. All right, calling to the stage, we are going to call Mr. Will Bennett. Hi, Will.
Ooh, hey, how are you?
I
Can you
am
hear me?
good. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Thanks for joining. I really appreciate you. So, Will,
Appreciate you too.
Detroit,
Thanks for having me.
I am so excited. The Detroit Film Award Fest, the Detroit Filmmaker Awards are coming up really soon, April 27th. So,
Yes.
tell us all about it and how you got involved with it.
Okay. Well, the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. It's it's basically a platform where we celebrate actors, directors, cinematographers, everything that has to do with independent film. I think that since I'll give it for the past 10 years, Detroit has really been at the forefront of the whole independent film movement. Everywhere I go, everybody is talking about Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. And they're right. We're doing a lot of things here. And we just want to make sure the people that's involved in the independent film industry, they get everything as far as, all the notoriety that they need or that they want and that they deserve.
I love that. How does this impact the community in Detroit? What kind of things are happening in the community that say, "Hey, we are really making a difference with the awards"?
Oh wow! One thing that like separates the DFA from any other award show is that this is for the people. It's voted by the people. A lot of people watch a lot of films that come out of Detroit, and we just want to let them have their chance to say basically what's hot, what they like, what they don't like, and the response that we had from over the past 5 years, it's been nothing but great.
Yes, it's like you all are all over Tubi, and you all go live on other platforms as well. But Tubi seems like every time I am looking at a film, I always see the Detroit statue. I always see the
Yeah.
lake. I'm like, oh, it's another Detroit film.
See, we're the leaders. We're the leaders. We are the leaders.
Yes, yes.
I can speak for everybody in this industry when it comes to like the work ethic that we have. We go hard here. You can drive up a street here in Detroit and you'll be wondering what's going on. Oh, another hit is being created. And we got
Hmm.
to thank Tubi for like giving us a platform to let the world know what Detroit talent is all about.
Hmm. I love that. It is really popular. And I'm just so honored to have you all on and talk about it. What kind of things can people look forward to who are coming to the awards, or if they're thinking about coming? What would you tell them?
Wow. I would tell them make sure they're in the building because some of their favorite stars will be there. Everyone that you have seen on the screen, and you get to meet some people that's behind the scenes, and it's definitely a great networking opportunity. You ever wanted to see how the whole business is ran? This is definitely the event that you want to be in because all the major players will be in attendance.
All right. I love it. I am so excited. I'm going to be there and I can't wait to meet everyone in person, all of my
Okay.
favorites too. I am just like starstruck. I'm like, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's this one. Oh, that's that film. So
You're
I
going to
love it.
definitely have some fun. Definitely, definitely have some fun.
Nice,
So
nice.
I just
I'm
encourage
so
everybody to
excited.
come out. We're going to have a great time. I'm telling you. For the past 5 years, we hey, the DFA, they know how to throw a party.
All right. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And we just thank you for making this a great event for everyone to get some type of recognition, the communion, the fellowship with one another. Jason
Yeah,
Sims was on last week and he said one of the things he likes about it is because you're in the company of people who want to see you do your best, who want to see you win. And that's one of the things that makes the DFA stand apart.
exactly. The resources that we provide, um, the Rolodex is quite long. The offices of the DFA, the phones stay ringing, people needing opportunities, and we're always there with a helping hand to help out however we can.
Awesome. I love that. Well, Will, I always like to end each one of my time with my guests with asking them, what is one quote that you are living by today?
Wow. Hmm. I wish my people would have told me, but wow, a quote that I live by.
Put you on the
Ah,
spot.
live every
Yes.
day like it's your last. That's it may sound so normal, but that's what I do. I live every moment like it's my last. I go hard every day. I don't put off anything for tomorrow because I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. So I'll just say that.
I like it. You know what? And you're so right. It may sound cliche, but at the end of the day, it's real. That's the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
So live
Yes,
every
ma'am.
day like it's your last. And I appreciate you so much, Will. And I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see you and others at the DFA. And we'll talk with you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. All right, Heart Nation. We are on to our next guest. We are getting ready to talk to Mr. Charles A. Kennedy Jr. All right, Charles. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I am
Good. Thanks
so
for having
happy
me.
to have you on. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Now, I have been practicing this word all week. And watch,
Mhm.
I hope I don't butcher it now. Cinematographer. Did I get it right?
Mhm. Yep, that's it.
So, Charles, for everyone out there who is wondering, what is a cinematographer? Tell us what that is.
Well, the cinematographer, their job is to have a friend who says the cinematographer's job is to be the custodian of the image. Um,
Mhm.
so really, the cinematographer's job is to make sure that things in front of the lens look good, like where to place the camera, what lens, what focal length to use. Um, in charge of lighting, making sure things within the framework of the frame, lighting wise, make sense and they look good. Um, yeah, so really just to take the nod back to my friend, the cinematographer is in charge of the image, just making sure things look good, um, executing the director's vision, yeah, and just managing the lighting department, the camera department, and just working with all the different artistic departments on set.
That it when you say it like that, it may sound like, oh, that's not really a hard job. But when I think about the movie, I wish I could see heaven and all of the intense scenes in it and shots in it. You really had a major part in that. And you're nominated. You are nominated
Thank
for
you. Yeah.
that best cinematographer in there. Tell
Mhm.
me, walk me through how you had to prepare for that because it's not just
Well,
shooting. What all did you have to do to
mhm.
prepare?
Well, I got to give a shout out to my brother, my business partner. Zachary Cunningham, director, writer, producer of I Wish I Could See Heaven. We've built a relationship over the years. We met in, I want to say, in 2018, and we've just, you know, we practically talk just about every day. So we've built a, we're really like family. And so we could talk to each other about everything, anything at any time. So when it comes to just our preparation, with film, um, Zach was writing the script the year before we started to shoot it. So he was starting to write it in the summer of 2023. Um, and his process, like as he writes, he'll send me pages and we'll just kind of talk and we'll have conversations and we'll go back and forth about, different things, different ideas. So preparation for us starts, way before the script is even, before words even get to the page. We're having conversations, we're talking about movies, references, ideas, different things we want to do. So really it was it was months long preparation of what is it that we want to do. The one thing that we decided we wanted to do in the beginning, was we wanted to make the film about faces.
Mm,
So really figuring out, like, once we kind of laid that foundation, we wanted to figure out, how do we execute that? Do we use this lens? Do we use that lens? Do we get close? Do we get far? So the
mm,
preparation is just really, a lot of conversation about what is it that we're trying to communicate, what is it that we want to show,
mhm,
how do we want people to feel, what is the emotion, what is the tone of the film, and then really just figuring out how do we pull it off, because when we get on set, we've talked about it and we've gone through everything so much that once we get on set, we're just executing everything that we've talked about. So it was months long, conversations from when he started to write the script in July. I think it was July of 23, all the way until we started to shoot in February of 24.
Nice. That really resonates with me because it does take a conversation. I like that
Mhm.
because how do you want the audience to feel when they see this particular face or this scene? What is the expression that you're wanting to come across to the audience? And that's really important. And so I'm thankful to the DFA for even having this category because it's something I wouldn't have never even thought about. And so I'm glad that they're bringing it to the forefront and having this category. How did you feel when you found out you were nominated for it?
I was surprised, honestly. I was really surprised. I didn't know we were submitted in the for the awards. So when the
Mhm.
announcement started rolling out and I saw my name, I'm like, oh, wait, wait a minute, wait, we're in that. I'm nominated. That's pretty dope. So it's cool. It's really cool to be, to be
Mhm.
recognized by our peers, and to be recognized with, all the nominees. Shout out to
Mhm.
Darren for spearheading this award show. I mean, Darren's really been a spearhead for the Detroit independent film community just from the beginning, and he's been doing it for years. So, yeah, it was a surprise, it was an honor. I'm just thankful to be, mentioned among my peers.
That's awesome. We are going to play a trailer of it, and then we're going to get back into a little bit more questions about how you got into this. All right, here we go. Here's the trailer.
I can't imagine what you go through daily.
I try not to think of it like that. I just keep pushing forward. She's not gone yet. She's still in there.
There's an opportunity to retire.
He told me there was no retirement in this game.
At work. Another day in your life. Just be lucky that ticket ain't on neither one of us. Be careful, son.
I always am. I may need to go away for a long time. I got into some trouble. And I need to know if you'll be able to take care of me.
I know that you wouldn't trust anyone with anything unless there was no other option.
Maybe I'm all out of options.
You don't fucking know me!
You know what I see when I look at my reflection? A shadow. Nothing real, nothing tangible. They casting darkly anything and anyone I get close to.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that, Charles. I love it. And shout out to Zachary, the producer, writer of the film. And you all did a great job there. Just the intense, capturing those intense moments. What is that like when you're actually in the throes? You've talked about it, but now you're actually in the throes of it. Do you have to say, wait a minute, turn back, take two? How does that go?
Um, well, when you're working with you know uh, a professional like Don Snipes, he just comes, he's prepared. Like Don is prepared at all times. And he and Zach, they've known each other for years too. They have a really tight relationship. Um, and so, a lot of what they do, um, they're talking and they're communicating and they get on the same page before we even get to set. So when we get into those intense moments, really it's just
Mm,
checking in emotionally, like how are you doing, how you feel, um,
wow.
you know, um, how do you feel, like they have that final conversation, like how are you feeling, like this is what you want to do, and then we'll run through it, we'll rehearse, we'll figure it out, and then once cameras go up, then it's he goes all out, and it's really no pressure of if we have to get it the first time or second time. It's really
Mm,
we work through it, we try to iron all the kinks out before we start to roll, and then once we roll, it's okay, how did that first one feel? Okay, make a different choice this
okay.
time, and that goes for me, that goes for
Mm,
Don. Zach really gives us the liberty to make our own choices, to make different choices. Of course, he's got he has his vision and what he wants very specifically, but he still gives us the room to be creative too. So it's really, it's that relationship that we all have with each other, to where it just makes it easy.
nice. Okay. I like that. And for those out there who are saying, I really want to roll in the film industry, but I really don't want to be in front of the camera. What advice
Mhm.
would you give them about being a cinematographer?
Oh, about being a cinematographer. Watch movies, um, study them. You don't need the most fanciest piece of gear, the most expensive piece of gear, to learn how to shoot. I actually learned, like, my degree is in media communication. I went to college and studied, media communication with a focus in broadcast media and social media. And I actually
Okay.
went to school to study audio, but I ended up in doing video and editing and stuff like that. But filmmaking became, it was a thing that I picked up along the way, and I started to learn and I taught myself. Um, and I didn't have, growing, like, coming up, I didn't have the most fancy equipment, so I really had to focus on
Hmm.
fundamentals. So if I were to give anyone some advice, I would say watch movies, study study them, study movies, study frames, study lighting, and go shoot. Just go shoot with whatever you have. Learn the fundamentals with whatever you have, and there's no limitation to what you can do as long as you have your fundamentals down.
All right. Well, you all heard it here on Heart to Heart Nation. What Charles is talking about. If you have that passion, go out and do it. Just get started.
Mhm.
So, Charles, to end us, what is next for you? What are your next projects?
Next projects. I mean, there's a few. I'm working on a visual album called Quiet Thoughts Speak Volumes. Um, it's going to be a collection of micro shorts, like 10 micro shorts into just one kind of big package. Um, Zach has another short that he's working on, and he's got some more art projects that he and I are gonna work on together. And then there's one project I can't really talk about, but hopefully that's something that I'll do um, later this year with a director that I really respect and admire. So there's a few things on the horizon, but yeah, right now it's getting those art projects, those passion projects, getting those out there and getting those in the can and really getting to some free expression.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I am so excited. I love how you captured all that. And the other people that are in the running with you, hats off to all of you all. You all have done an amazing job. So thank you, Charles. And I look forward to talking with you at the awards.
Thank you. Looking forward to it too. And thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right. So, Heart Nation checking in on the comments. We have people checking in from Chicago. And let me see, am I able to scroll down some more? If you are joining us live, go ahead and put where you're calling from in the comments. We love to hear from you and any questions you have for our guests. We have so far Queen Sugar checking in from the south side of Chicago. What up, though? In the shy. All right. Our next guest we are bringing to the stage is this is a duo, a fantastic duo, and they are called Her Patio Productions. So we're going to bring them to the stage. We have B Win and TT. What up, though? Can you all hear me okay?
Yes. What up,
Yeah, there
though?
you go. What up, though?
You
Hey,
got that Detroit lingo going. I love it.
I'm learning. You all are schooling me, I'm telling you.
Hey, one day at a time, one day at a time. It's the lifestyle.
One day at a time. I got roots in Detroit, so I ain't far. I got a whole crew out there, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So thank you all for joining the show so much.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
inviting
Yes.
us.
Thank you for having us.
You all are doing your thing in Detroit, and you all are one of the sponsors for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. So tell me what made you become a sponsor? What is all the hype that made you all say we want to become a sponsor?
Well, one, it is so professionally done. It's so professionally. It just looks so good. It feels so organized. So we definitely wanted to be a part of that and support not only Darren Brown, but just the city as a whole. And just to be a part of, we're making history at the end of the day, whether it's just Detroit history, United States history, or world history. It's somebody's history. And we just want to make sure that we're
definitely
want
to be a part of it. Her patio definitely wants to be a part. I mean, it's so great being a part of this industry. You know, our community is so strong. And for Her Patio just to be, we're new, but we're not. We're all vets, but we're new to our own production company. But to being able to support our friends and everyone and watch them grow, we had no choice. We had no choice.
Oh, I love that. You are new to having your own production company. So what kind of things are you going to be doing for Detroit with your new production company?
Yeah, so Her Patio Productions, we are actually the first all Black female film production company in Detroit, possibly in Michigan, to be honest.
It is in Michigan.
I think
Definitely.
we're the first in
We're the
Michigan.
first.
We kind of started with the phrase of Detroit, but it's probably the first in Michigan. We haven't been contested yet, so we're thinking that it still stands.
Okay.
We started last year on September 17th. That's the first day that we came together. Within 30 days, we had written our first script. So Deborah Lane Spencer, she wrote our first script, Say Grace, and within another 30 days after that, we were already filming.
Yes.
And we have already premiered our first movie, Say Grace, about 3 weeks ago, and a fully sold out premiere, over 400 people present, and it was an amazing
event.
Amazing
It was
day.
amazing. It was. I've never seen anything like it.
That's awesome. So you all are making space for other creatives to be a part of the industry and make more history. I love that.
Absolutely. Definitely making space. We want to work with anybody that is open to a professional, creative, comfortable, family-oriented vibe.
Safe space.
Safe space.
Safe space.
And definitely opening up space for women, specifically women of color, to be chosen first for opportunities. So it's not that we only want to work with women, but we want to make sure that we are saving space for women to be chosen first and not the afterthought. On our first film, Say Grace, we actually had a full all-Black female crew. So all the way from the camera, all the way down to the PA.
To the PA.
Everybody was an all-Black.
It was amazing.
A crew.
It was amazing. It was
Wow. That was history. Now, TT, I believe I heard you say a safe space. Why did you want to reiterate that?
I definitely want. This is a male-dominated industry. It really is. And a lot of times when people are, young women are growing into these, coming into these environments, they need to have someone that's able to guide them, or else they can find themselves lost very easily. It's an emotional roller coaster because not everybody knows what empathy is. They don't know how to handle people, especially when sometimes you have actors and actresses who have to go in very deep, dark places. And after the cut, there's still something lingering there after the cut. Are you there able to help them? What do you do? It's just not, get your stuff and go home. No, we need to assist you in however we can. Sometimes it's hard for some people to bring, not bring their home to work, to set. So sometimes you just have to say, okay, let's take a 5 minute. Let's take a 5 minute.
Right.
You don't get these things in the industry, but you get these things with Her Patio.
All right. I like that. You get those things with Her Patio. All right. You really bring up some good points because there are a lot of emotional triggers and things that do go on in some of those scenes. So, you have to sometimes take a step back after that. So I thank you for bringing that up. And we have a trailer. Tell us about the trailer we're going to see.
All right. So once again, our first movie, Say Grace, written by Deborah Lane Spencer, directed by Jazar Riches. Both of them are Her Patio board members. Deborah Lane Spencer is the president of Her Patio Productions. And so, yes, you are about to see a dark comedy.
Dramedy.
A dark dramedy.
A dramedy.
And a dark dramedy. And it is about.
I've never heard that term before. I like that.
Yes, so drama and comedy together.
Tied together.
Tied. So you have a mother and a dad. TT is the mom, and our dad is played by the amazing Coke Horner. And they feel, you know what? We have these 6 beautiful grown children. We done gave them this amazing life, and they never come home to see their parents. They don't spend enough time. They're not calling. What's going on? So our mom, she decides to write us a letter individually and say, our dad is dying in 48 hours, and
she wants
us to come home. And from there, it all unfolds.
We have to say grace.
Okay. All hecka breaks loose. Okay. Here we go.
What happened to me or your father, I would write a letter. Please come home.
And that's when you say, your father has.
As you know, I always said if something tragic were to happen to me or your father, I would write a letter. Please come home.
First, I gotta make it up to the bedroom. And that's when you say, your father has
stage 4 prostate cancer.
Still think he's taking it too far.
This is the best prank we've done thus far. Dad, okay? Oh, he's fine. He just needed some water.
My father has 48 hours to live.
They keep calling my phone.
You didn't protect my sister, and that's a trait my father doesn't have.
Father God, in the name of Jesus.
I'm tired of covering up this family. Our issues.
I need to hear you say that you're proud of me. He never protected me.
Really, Dad? What do I gotta do to gain some respect and loyalty?
Dad promised me.
What happened?
You were never supposed to find out.
I am done with you.
Say grace.
So
Wow. That is really something. And you all got some heavy hitters in there. Say grace.
Yeah.
I love it.
Say grace.
I can't wait to see it. When is it coming out?
So we do not have a specific date. So we will be in that'll be said soon. We'll say that.
Said so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It will be streaming
Wow.
very
You all
soon.
did an amazing
Yes.
job
Thank
with that
you.
trailer. I'm sorry, TT, what did you say?
I said thank you. Thank you. But it will be streaming very soon.
Okay, we can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. It's some great actors in there that, of course, we've seen across the movie circuit that you all are putting out there in Detroit. So kudos to you all. I'm just so proud of you all and what you have done. So just give another plug to the audience on if they are interested in doing any type of filmmaking or anything, who can they call?
Absolutely. So you can definitely email Her Patio Productions at gmail.com. We also are on Instagram and Facebook, Her Patio Productions or Her Patio Production Films on Instagram and just Her Patio Productions on Facebook. If you have any of our numbers, you can call us. We'll try our best to answer right away. And
make sure, and if you are an actor, actress, if you're looking to do anything in the film, we're especially looking at right now for females who are looking to get behind the camera, whether or not it's a PA, a DP, if it's something that you haven't done, but you're interested in doing. So we can help you get to where you need to go to with the training and everything else. Please go to our website and go ahead and fill out the information form.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to help. That's what it is.
You all are going to take off. I love it. That is a great starter. And I can't wait to see what you all have coming up. And I can't wait to meet you all at the awards. I'm so excited.
Yes, we will be there.
We will definitely be there.
In the VIP section, honey.
We'll definitely,
all right,
definitely
honey.
Be there.
In the VIP section. Well, thank you all. Thank you both so much. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see how much more your production studio is going to take off and all the things that you're going to do to help women, especially. And kudos to you all. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask you all one thing I asked. What is the quote that you're living by today?
I will say for me, one of my favorite quotes is, we see things as we are, not as they are. So I just love that. We see things through the lens of our own past experiences, our own traumas. So to always remember that, and it kind of helps you stay as less biased as possible and to be open to always see things from someone else's perspective.
I love that.
I do too.
Well, thank you both.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all so much. And we look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, Heart Nation, we are piling it on today. We got so many great guests and things that are doing and happening that you can be a part of. Don't forget that. So, going back to the comments, hey, Giovanna, it's a pleasure to see your name in the chat. Giovanna was one of our other guests, and she has a new movie coming out soon, The Dark Side of Beautiful. So, that's coming out. Yes. Thank you so much, Giovanna, for joining. All right. So, our next person that we're bringing to the stage, we are going to bring Mr. Marcus Woods up to the stage. Hey, Marcus.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
How are you?
I am fine. I'm great. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so glad to have you. I know you all are so popular in Detroit and everything, and you all are just big celebrities. You going through the airport, everybody knows you. But for those of us who are just new to the Tubi newbies, I would say, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, again, I'm Marcus Woods. I am an actor. I'm an actor that has been acting for some time now. Even before there was Tubi, some of the stuff that people might have see me in Empire. I was in Empire season 6, playing the character of Roland. Your Fatal Attractions. I got a lot of movies on Tubi. Things like Forbidden, My Sister's Keeper. Oh, the list will go on. Type in Marcus Wood's name. I don't want to do all that. You know what I mean? You can see it. But I've been acting for a while. Even before Detroit really took off in the film industry, I was doing stage plays like my brother Marvin with Clifton Powell and Lynn Whitfield. So I was in those productions like that. And I've been doing this for a while now. I've been doing this for a long time. Work with everybody pretty much that's on the panel today.
Nice. That's the great thing about it, right? You get to work with different people. You get to know their style, their type of productions that they do. And tell me what this has meant for Detroit. You got started, a long time ago. And how has it been seeing this progression in Detroit?
It's progressed really good. My very first movie premiere was 2015 with I Am My Sister's Keeper with Shantae Delon writing it, and I think Janaea Black, who directed it back then. And from just that to now, you know what I mean? The progression has been amazing. The talent is growing. The industry itself here is growing, and people are really stepping out and showing who they are and the gifts and talents that Detroit has. A lot of good talent, from writing to cinematographers to actors, actresses, they're directors. They're I feel like we're a hidden gem, but now we're starting to get our shine now. We've been progressing beautifully.
Wow. Yes, you have been progressing. So, what is it like? Is this your first time being nominated in all of the DFA history? Is this your first
No,
time, or have you had some others?
I had some others. I think I want to say twice before, but they both were supporting. One was for Little Church, and the other was for Meeting Boone, I believe. So I've been nominated. I've been nominated twice for supporting. So this is my first time in the best lead category.
All right. Now, be honest, Marcus. Are you saying to yourself, "It's about time I got noticed for the lead role"?
Well, I feel like I feel like I put the work in, and people are noticing me and seeing everything, and I'm a competitive person at heart, so I like to win. You know what I mean? But I feel like I got noticed for just putting in the work and putting in, doing what I'm supposed to do as an actor.
All right. Well, you do have a trailer that we have on deck for us to see. Tell us about it.
Depart From It is a wonderful film about a young lady and a young man who knew each other when they were young and they were in love. Something tragic happens that separates them in life, that makes them go down two different paths. But as their lives would have it, their life will have it. It's bringing them back together. But getting back together isn't as easy as they thought. So there's a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of past pain that they got to heal from to kind of reconnect again.
Okay. Well, let's see it. Here we go.
We're praying for your strength. We loved Kelly.
Has anyone talked to Alexis?
After her probation ended a year ago, she went MIA.
If that girl wanted to be found, she would be found. What do you want?
Kelly. She's dead.
Don't come in here pretending like everything is all right. No. What you want is some closure.
How you doing, Alexis?
I'm so tired of people asking me that.
Alexis has gotten herself involved in some serious mess.
Remember, we gotta meet with the Carvios at 10:30. Who?
Carvio has been released. Don't go trying to get revenge. Let God handle it.
Hi, Alexis.
No, please. No, please. I'm gonna rip your heart out.
What do you need?
All of it. Oh, baby. God forgive. That hate that you're holding on to is gonna consume you. The Alexis you knew is gone.
What was Alexis now?
To depart from it, I got to depart from it. I gotta let it go. I gotta let them know that I need them.
Awesome. Round of applause. Awesome, Marcus.
Thank you.
Marcus.
Yes.
How did you prepare for this role? Because there's some intense roles there.
Well, my character is a military vet. He's a veteran. So the director, again, Shantae, who directed and wrote it, who wrote it. I'm sorry. She has family members that were veterans who dealt with like some PTSD and stuff like that. And so I was able to get like direct from her and her family and dealing with that trauma, that pain. So really, which is sad to say, is nothing new to Black trauma and Black pain. You know what I'm saying? That I had to go too far to dig like far for. It's just stuff that, you know, the community goes through sometimes, Black community goes through. And so it's just really bringing that stuff up and talking with her and giving me all that information and really digging deep. As far as just like lines and rehearsing, we did a lot of pre-production. You know what I mean? A lot of digging into character. I love what Shantae does with the character. She does these chemistry reads where you can really get into character with the other person and the director, and you all understand and understand the story that we're trying to tell. So it was some good deep talks that helped us get in that mode.
That's good. I'm glad that you're allowed that and you had an opportunity to really hear authentic stories about that PTSD and some of that pain, and you were really able to throw yourself into that character. So kudos to you, because that's not easy to do. So I'm so happy that you got a chance to really show your talent and get recognized for it.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So what are you looking forward to for the DFA Awards?
I'm looking forward to us just having a good time. You know, I want all these creatives to come together and really appreciate each other's work and come together, and hopefully it builds momentum for what's next for Detroit, and it builds momentum for everybody that's coming in new and everybody that's seasoned to really push and go higher. That's all I ever want for what we're doing, is just to go. We hit a mode. Let's go a little higher now. Like we hit one plateau. Let's take it up another notch. But I believe it's going to be a good time.
Keep going higher. Keep climbing. Keep
Yeah.
climbing to the top. I don't know if those are the right words, but that's how I felt.
It fits. It fits.
Awesome. Awesome. So what is one quote you're living by today?
It's okay to fear failure, but be terrified of regret.
Wow. Say it one more time for those in the back.
Okay. It's okay to fear failure, but be terrified of regret.
Wow.
You don't,
that's
you know, yeah, because, you know, I don't want to say be okay with fearing failure, but like we fear failure now to make us not go. You know what I mean? We'll stop. And you don't make none of the shots you don't take. But I'd rather you look at failure in the face and say, I'm going to attack you. But what weighs heavier is regret. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We don't live like that. Let's just go. We can overcome fear. It's hard to overcome regret.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, Heart Nation. Thank you so much, Marcus. We're rooting for you. I got to say, we're rooting for everyone because you all are so great. So I know it's a hard choice that the DFA is having to make. But thank you for putting yourself out there, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to you soon. All right. All right, Heart Nation. We got one more to go. I thank you for hanging in here. And if you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And also my Facebook page. You can catch me there as well and on Instagram. And checking back into the comments, we have Renika the Queen, Renika McQueen. Hey, Renika. We have Big Dog Blake. She says, Blake says he loves that. And Love That Same by Marcus. All right. Thank you all for joining. Now, last but not least, coming to the stage, we have Mr. Devontae. Hey, Devontae, how are you?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Devontae Miller, the actor. Devontae, you are nominated in Lies and Loyalty, Best Actor, Best Lead Actor. Let me get
Yes.
it right now. Best Lead Actor. How do you feel about that? What did you do when you got the news?
I was actually ecstatic. I was happy. It's actually an honor to be, to be around other great talent and to be noticed, to be seen by your peers. It's definitely an honor. So I'm happy that DFA is doing this to be able to honor great creators and as well as the talent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to tell you, you did your thing in that movie. I was like, hold up, wait, what? You did it so well. How did you prepare for it?
Preparing for the film, it was so that was tough because that was my first role that I actually had to like really dig deep into a character that's not me. He starts off as a gentleman, but he kind of goes a little bit deeper into who I am as a person. So just studying late nights, early mornings, just paying attention to the other cast members and watching them, learning their different etiquettes from them. And just paying attention to film, watching movies, and seeing what to do and what not to do. Just focusing on the character, trying to learn that character, building a backstory. So that's kind of what I did, and it worked. It worked.
It did. It did work. And what do you think this type of film, the message, what would you say is the message that is giving off?
The message behind this movie, it's funny. Um, stay with who you with. Stay with who you with because it can get better. You know what I mean? I think people, and this is just not for the movie. People choose to try to do different things and step outside of the norm because what's the norm may be boring at the time, or it may not be, fulfilling at the time. But if you really love what you're doing, if you really into what you want, if you really, 10 toes down on, what you have going on, stick with it, because you never know what the outcome can be. It could be the path could be beautiful for you, and you just threw it away because you made a bad decision. You know what I mean? So I think the message behind that movie is kind of just stay with who you with, and stay with what you doing. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you might get shot. Okay.
You
Let's
possibly, possibly,
and we're
possibly.
laughing, but it's true. It's so true. It happens
This is
every day.
Detroit. This
You
is
know.
Detroit.
So so many truths and nuggets in this movie. So if you haven't seen it, go out and see it. And let's take a look at this trailer. Here we go.
Anyway, so why were you so late today?
Yeah, I was just running a little behind. That's all.
For real. What are you gonna do when that man decides that he wanna come from being a side piece to the main dish?
You had this man in my office, laughing and shaking my hand the whole time you can be.
You just don't appreciate what you got.
I really messed up this time, Mo. I don't know what to do or how to get out of this. Dave, what was that noise?
That is Devontae. I actually got that trailer from Tanja last week.
No worries. No worries. I'm the surprise in the movie, so that's fine.
So I really, you know what? They're going to be so surprised when they see you because when you come onto the scene, it's like, whoa. It's like, what happened here? So tell me, what do you think this award is going to do for you for your next projects for Detroit? What is it going to do for you?
I'm not really looking forward to do anything for me. I'm just looking forward to everybody coming out and having a good time, actually seeing each other, networking. Like I said before, it's really just an honor to be listed among some of these great talents. I mean, some of these people, like Marcus was just talking about how long he's been acting. I've been acting since I was younger as well, but I haven't made it to Empire yet. So it's just like things like that is definitely like applaudable. You know what I mean? So it's just a pleasure to be, listed amongst some of these great talents. I'm ready for a great night. I want to get put on some clothes. I can't wait to get dressed. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Are you going to buy a $500 bottle of champagne?
No, I probably won't buy the $500 bottle of champagne. I'm hoping that they, sponsor or complimentary, give us something complimentary, but not the $500 bottle, not that one.
No, oh man, for those of you all
No,
don't know, and we didn't play it in that trailer, but there's a $500
at the
dollar
liquor
bottle
store.
of champagne from the gas station that just sets it off.
Yeah, that's what she fell in love there. She was like $500.
Right? That was excellent. I love that. And so now I'm going to have to cut up some more of the trailer and make sure that we get you on those parts. I'm so sorry about
No
that.
problem.
And
No
I
problem.
can't wait. You taking it all in stride. I appreciate that. And the other part that I like, how was it working with this crew and this cast?
So I'll start with the crew first. I will say that Tanja has an amazing crew all the way down. Mike Jeffers, he actually directed this film. He did a great job as well. His vision for the movie, I see it. I see everything from rehearsals to actually being on the set and doing it to now watching it on TV on Tubi. His vision and everything that he's seen and wanted to happen, it happened. Richard Bass also was a part of it. And he was assistant director to Mike Jeffers, and he did a great job as well. Richard is a great director as well. But like I said, that entire crew is amazing, all the way down to hair and makeup. Like I love working with them.
Nice. Now, Devontae, are you from Detroit?
I am from Detroit. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Born and
you grew
raised.
up born and raised. So you're a product of this great film industry right here. How is it? What does this feel like when you're walking down the street or seeing new movies being shot? What does that do for the community?
I think it's an amazing experience. Growing up, this wasn't something that was being done. Like movies weren't being talked about. I did plays when I was in middle school and things like that. When I went to college, I did some plays, and so when I came back home and I was trying to find something else to get back into entertainment, I ended up going to Specs Howard, and so after Specs Howard, I'm still looking for COVID hit. I'm still looking for where I can go to get back into the entertainment field. And I said, let me go back to my passion, acting. And so I started seeing these different auditions and things pop up. And I just put my foot out there and I did it. And so just to be able to do that and actually, want to do it, I'm sorry, and just to actually be able to go out into an audition and do it and actually do it in your city, it's an amazing experience. I mean, it's an amazing feeling. It's awesome to be able to, tell friends and family like, hey, turn on this station and see me on TV or go to Tubi or Prime Video,
Nice.
or it's an amazing experience. So I'm just hoping that these doors open up and they allow us to be able to get on BT and get in those bigger networks because we all deserve it. There's many great actors in here. We all deserve it.
Yes, yes, you do. And I'm glad you mentioned that because for me, I have been binge watching Tubi I haven't even watched my Netflix. So, and I'm not even missing it. I am loving seeing you all on Tubi. I really am. And I'm
I
spreading
appreciate
the
that.
word, and just having this Detroit Film Award, it's going to be awesome. This is the 5th annual one, and it's just a way to get the word out and be recognized by
Yeah.
everyone. Now, earlier you made a joke. We were talking about your name, and you said your mom, you think she wanted to be different. What would you like to say to mom right now?
If I had something to say to mom, I would just tell her, I love you so much, and I thank you for being my number one supporter. I don't want to start crying on here. I just love my mother to death. I just appreciate you for always being in my corner. I really do.
Mm.
Mama, we on
Well,
TV.
Devontae, I love that. I love it. And to end us out, what is one quote you're living by today?
It's a quote that I actually live by. I actually recently read it. It was a couple of months ago, and it's don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference.
Mm. Okay. Don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference.
Yes.
I love that. And that's what I strive to do as well. With this podcast, I just want to touch lives. I want people to see the great work that others are doing and be inspired by it. So thank you for sharing that. And
No
I
problem. That's
promise
beautiful.
you, Devontae, I'm going to have those clips of you when I do some of the reels. So
All
thank
right.
you, and I appreciate you.
All right. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
You too.
All right, Heart Nation, that is it for us today. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, or follow button. And let's see what we got in the chat. Queen Sugar said she loved that movie, talking about lies and loyalty. Kudos to Devontae. Yes, Devontae, you did an awesome job in there. The whole cast did. And we're so excited for all the nominations. Stay tuned. Next Tuesday, we'll be back for more behind the scenes action, red carpet interviews, and my earpiece came out. But we can't wait to talk to you all again, and we'll see you on the other side. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and taking care of others. Good night, Heart Nation.